Hi Aquarius, welcome to August. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And this month, we start the month off with Mars, Uranus, and the North Node in Taurus coming together. That's going to be an explosive aspect with a lot of sudden changes, and we'll get into that later when I get into the astrology. Mercury goes into Virgo, its home planet or home sign, on August 5th. We have a full moon in your sign, which is going to be across your relationship axis, first house, seventh house. Venus moves into Leo in your seventh house on August 12th. Mars moves into Gemini on August 21st. We have Uranus going retrograde on the 24th, and then a new moon in Virgo on the 27th. In the meantime, let's see what the cards say for Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know about love and relationships for August 2022? What's coming up for Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to know about love and relationships 2022? What is coming up for Aquarius? Okay, let's see what we have. The Two of Swords. The Knight of Cups. The Three of Cups. The Two of Cups. The Death card. The Ace of Wands. The Two of Wands. The King of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords. The Nine of Cups. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands. So after all your stress and worries, things are going to work out. Okay, so we start out with the Two of Swords. This is a card of indecision. You're on the fence, trying to decide what to do about a relationship. And I feel like there's a potential for like a new beginning, but it may involve... well, here's the thing. The Two of Swords, you're trying to make a decision, but you're waiting for the other person to make the first move. You know, you're not sure how the other person feels, so you're kind of on the fence. Like, I don't know. Do I reach out, like, first, or do I wait for them to reach out? You have the Knight of Cups energy here crossing. So at some point, you're going to have to make a decision. Like, what do I want to do with this relationship? Somebody's got to break the ice. And you need to, be more vulnerable. Maybe the both of you are kind of like in the protective mode, and neither one is willing to go out on a limb to be vulnerable, to say, hey, I really care about you, or I want to take this relationship, to the next level, or I want to take you out even, if it's a new relationship. So you have the Knight of Cups energy. That's a romantic proposal coming in. So someone may approach you this month, either to offer you something, to suggest something, maybe for a date, or if you're in a relationship, there could be some... Now, you might be dealing with someone who's a little bit immature when it comes to relationships, someone who has unrealistic expectations about a relationship, because this is crossing energy. So maybe your own expectations are too high. Maybe you're expecting too much out of a relationship. And, you're thinking, well, I don't know if this person meets all my expectations. But maybe what you're wanting or what you're looking for doesn't exist in reality. Maybe you're fantasizing about the perfect relationship. But you have to deal with, like, human beings. We're not perfect. And no relationship is perfect. There's always going to be something that's not quite right. It's how you work through those differences that make or break a relationship. So if you've got your fantasy, lover, Like, oh, this is the person I want to be with. This is the person I've always dreamed of having in my life. That's like it's like a fantasy, and then you have to deal with reality. Nobody could live up to that ideal. So that could be what's blocking you in relationships this month. That you have these high ideals that don't have any, that are out of touch with reality. Like you may think like, oh, if people really love each other, they never fight. Or if it's a good relationship, we should always, like the same things. Or we should never have any conflict. Or, I don't know. There are certain things that people, unrealistic views of relationships that have nothing to do with reality. Like when the rubber meets the road, when you're actually in a relationship. Even if you're really compatible, there's always going to be some hurdle you have to overcome, or some conflict, or some disagreement. And so it's how you resolve conflict and how you work out, making sure, communicating your needs and working out compromise. That's what makes or breaks a relationship. Okay, that being said, you possibly have someone that you could have a strong connection with. You have this Two of Cups here, the Three of Cups. It's possible you met through friends, because the Three of Cups is being supported by friends. So you have people around you that want to see you succeed, that want to see you happy. Maybe you were even introduced to someone through friends, or you know someone through a group of people that you have like mutual friends. The Two of Cups energy, though, is a soulmate connection. I mean, there's a lot of compatibility there. You're both on the same page in a lot of ways. The potential is there for marriage, because the Four of Wands is here. I mean, this could be a karmic relationship that could actually lead to a commitment someday. Your energy is like, let me wait and see. You've got the Two of Wands here, which is like, okay, I have the potential to partner with someone, but let me see where it goes. Like, I think a part of you is like doubting that it has the potential it has. The Death card is coming up with the Ace of Wands. So the Death card is about releasing the past, transformation, clearing out what's no longer working so that you could be making room for the new. So you might be in a transition right now in some part of your life where you're coming to the end of a cycle. Maybe you're ending one relationship and preparing to date again, or maybe something ended in the past and you're ready to put it to bed and, bless it, release it, clear it out. It's a time of, releasing the past, clearing out an old cycle and making room for the new. And you have this Ace of Wands energy, which is really exciting. There's exciting new energy coming in. And you have the potential to connect with someone that can be really good for you. You have this King of Pentacles here in your environment. This is someone who is very stable, secure financially, is maybe more traditional, could be an earth sign that you're dealing with. Someone that's looking for stability, security in a relationship, looking to build a happy home. This is a person who cares about family, works hard because they want to provide for their family. So when the Ace of Wands comes up in the near future, there's like a new beginning coming up that you're really enthusiastic about. It could be a career opportunity, but it could also be a new beginning in a relationship. Maybe you're partnering with someone and you're excited about it. Like you're realizing, okay, I just came through something that ended with the Death card. Like it's an old way of life that I'm putting to bed, and I'm moving into this new territory, this new beginning, this new energy. I don't know where it's going, but it's exciting. So that's the kind of energy. And with the Nine of Cups as an outcome card, I feel like you're going to get your wish. So if you're looking for love, if you're looking to connect with someone, if you're looking for new energy, fresh energy, it's there. The only thing that's stopping it is you're like worried too much. You have this Nine of Swords in your wish fulfillment, which is worry, mental stress, like imagining all these like scenarios of what can go wrong. Like what if this happens? What if that happens? You're like, instead of embracing the new, you're kind of looking for like all the flaws, or you're looking for where It's like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, this can't be happening. Nothing good ever happens to me, So you're looking for like, okay, where's like, you're too good to be true, so there's got to be something hidden that I'm not seeing. So if you're looking for trouble, you're going to find it. I just think you're overthinking things. And as an air sign, air signs have a tendency to overthink. You're analyzing, all this logic. Go with the heart. Tap into your feelings, your emotions. If you feel good and you're having, let this connection happen. Drop your guard. I feel like there's a connection that could be good for you if you allow it to happen. And especially with this Nine of Cups. Usually the Nine of Cups is you get your wish through the energy of the major arcana. But as an outcome card, the Nine of Cups, when the Nine of Cups comes up in a reading, it usually means a yes to your question. But when it comes up as the final outcome, it's even stronger. It means, everything's gonna happen, everything's gonna work out. Don't worry, don't stress. And the way it's gonna work out is through this Death card. This relationship, this new beginning, is gonna manifest when you release the past, when you say, okay, I'm ready to step out of that old role. I'm ready to close the door on my past life, that past cycle, and I'm ready to step into the new. I'm ready to clear out the past and make room for the new. So if you had a relationship in the past that maybe you're still healing from, you need to just clear it out, drop it. It's blocking you from embracing this new relationship. And it has potential. There's a lot of potential here for a true connection, a good connection that can bring you a lot of joy, a lot of fun and security. But you have to let it happen. You have to drop your guard and don't overthink. So let's see what the angels have to say about this situation. And this all can happen. It's coming up. The Ace of Wands is Now, the Ace of Wands as a time card could relate to something that's happening in the spring, March, April, May. So right now, I think I would just go with the flow, release the past, see where this relationship takes you, but you're on the trajectory for a good new beginning. So let's see what the angels have to say to Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know? Self-criticism. Okay, let's see. We, your angels, ask you to please be more compassionate toward yourself. Observe the times when you have critical thoughts about you, and make an effort to replace these negative thoughts with positive, loving ones. You are a wondrous being of light. Even if at times you think you are less than perfect, remember that God and divine perfection exists in all things. So embrace this new opportunity. It's leading you to a wish fulfillment and a strong connection. Don't look for the flaws, look for the blessings. And drop your guard. You're lovable. You deserve this. So let's see what the astrology has to say. Well, first of all this chaos and crazy Mars-Uranus energy and North Node is happening in your 4th house of home at the 1st of the month, August 1st. So there could be some unexpected developments concerning your home, your family. With Uranus, you never know what's going to happen. Anything can happen. Just expect surprises. Expect the unexpected. In the home, at the same time, though, it could be kind of like a breakthrough where you free yourself. Like you may have like an argument at home, but then it clears the air and it leads to a new beginning where you're freeing yourself from I feel like it's more freeing, it's like you're freeing yourself from past family patterns. Because maybe new information comes out, or maybe you have an argument with someone in your home or with your family that clears the air. and that you finally come to, like, you start to see, okay, I've been holding on to this, or I've been being affected by this for a long time. I need to release it. And so, because there's also a freeing aspect. There's like Mars and Uranus coming together can represent an explosive event. It could be a physical explosion, but it could also be like losing your temper, having an argument with someone. Something that kind of like creates some kind of disruption so that you could be freed from something you've been hanging on to. So it's freeing. When you know the truth, when you hear the truth, when you speak your truth, you clear the air. Now you're not carrying the burden. Now you are freed from that influence. So I think it could lead to like a new beginning with the way you're dealing with family and the way you consider a home, what you consider to be your home. So it could even be where you decide, like, I don't want to live here anymore. I want to move out, There could be some type of argument or some type of event that happens and you're like, I'm done with this place. I got to move. I mean, that could happen too. With Uranus, you never know what's going to happen. All you can be sure of is it's going to be surprising. It's going to be unexpected. It's going to come out of left field. But it will light a fire under your butt to take action. So then we have this full moon, which is in your sign, in your first house, and it's opposing the sun in your seventh house. So it's affecting your relationships. Where something is coming to the surface in a relationship, where you're seeing the truth, you're seeing the reality, because Saturn is there. Saturn is getting serious. Saturn means you have to face reality, and you have to take action. You have to either commit to this relationship, or you need to walk away from it. So it's like, you can't be, this is the truth. This is, something is completing. It's coming to completion. And it could be because of an argument. You may have an argument with someone, but at least you're clearing the air and you're speaking your truth. And you're seeing, like, okay, this is what's really here. I need to make a commitment. I either have to put my energy into this or I need to walk away. One or the other. The North Node is trining Mercury in the 8th house. So there could be you need to talk about things. The 8th house has to do with your shadow. Fears about commitment, fears about intimacy, fears about, finances, financial support. There could be some news coming in where you get some kind of financial support from someone. Maybe a family, somebody leaves, it could be an inheritance, it could be a bank loan, it could be some type of lottery winning, anything, an insurance payout. But you're getting the money or the support that you need to achieve a goal. So if you're needing some kind of financial assistance, that's a good thing. But it could also mean that you need to talk. You need to speak up. If you need help, speak up. Because the 8th house has to do with other people's money. So it's not your money. You're not spending your money. You're asking someone else for assistance. So it could be like, that's when you go for do a bank loan. Or maybe you go to a family member. Hey, I need help to pay for something I'm doing around the house. Can you help me? Venus is in your 6th house in Cancer. It's going to be moving into Leo, into your 7th house. But that will be later. That will be like at the new moon. But in the 6th house, it's trining Neptune in the 2nd. So there could be some positive developments around a creative project. There could be, that's going to be bringing in more money. Maybe you're doing something creative. You're making money doing it. If you're signing any contracts around money and work, you have to read the fine print, because there could be, Neptune sometimes obscures things. You might be over-idealizing a financial situation. Venus is also opposing Pluto in the 12th at the same time, because Pluto's in Capricorn, Venus is in Cancer. So you have some psychological issues around love and money and power and control. Maybe you're afraid that if you open up to someone, you're going to lose your sense of self, or you're going to give them power over you. So these are psychological houses. So you need to work on that. You need to work on power dynamics in relationships, in relation to love, in relation to your career even. Especially if someone's loaning you money. Are there any strings attached? Those are the things that you need to think about. Mars is trining Pluto. So you're really feeling energetic about what's going on in the home. You want to get things done. Wherever Mars is, that's where your energies are. So the best way to deal with Mars in the 4th house is to do, either clean the house, do work on the house, because if you're not doing something physical, then you might be fighting with the people that you live with. So, and Mars is trining Pluto. It's a positive aspect. So, and since Pluto's in the 12th house, I feel like you could really get at some deep psychological issues around home and family and the power dynamic around home and family. Maybe you need to look at those things and bring them to the surface and, heal from them, clear them out. Mars is squaring Saturn. Saturn's in your 1st house. So you may appear to other people as very serious, very unapproachable. I feel like you have the wall up. So you might be blocking love and assistance. Like people want to help you, but you have this independent attitude. Like, nope, I don't need any help. I'm okay. You're keeping the stiff upper lip. So you may want to drop your guard a little and allow people to help you. Allow people to love you. What else is happening? Then we have the new moon in your 8th house, and that's positive because that means financial support can be on the way. Like you have a new beginning, and it's squaring Mars in the 5th house. So that could be some kind of issue around a romantic relationship, a creative project, children. Maybe children are hitting you up for money, or there's some conflict around, you might have to get out of your comfort zone to resolve this conflict. Mars is trining Mercury in the 9th. 9th house could be legal issues, contracts. Mercury represents contracts. So if you're signing anything, just make sure you check all the details. There might have to be some compromise. Mercury in Libra can relate to compromise, creating some type of win-win situation. Now, at this new moon, Venus moves into your 7th house. So you're attracting love when Venus, your relationships have the potential to get better, but Venus opposes Saturn before it moves into the 7th house. Or it's moving towards an opposition with Saturn, I should say. So you may feel like you don't want to be too rigid. I feel like you've got Saturn in the 1st house, and Saturn in the 1st house kind of pushes people away. So you have the potential for love, but you have to welcome it. You can't be too harsh or too cold. Because Saturn in the 1st house, like people see you as being unapproachable. Like you're always working, or you're too serious, or you're not, like, lighten up. You need to lighten up and let love in. Venus is squaring Uranus in the 3rd. There could be some unexpected developments around your siblings. Or the 4th house, I'm sorry. Venus squared Uranus in the 4th house. Maybe there's a conflict on, do I move in with this person? Do I invite, somebody moving in, somebody moving out? Even with family, maybe you might have like some stress around family. Something like there's tension around what's going on in the home. If you're doing work on the home or you're living with someone, there could be some conflict about how you want to set up the house. Maybe you want to do something one way and they want to decorate a different way. Sometimes Venus square Uranus can bring an unexpected relationship. Some exciting contact. It may or may not be long-lasting because Uranus doesn't promise longevity. It just promises excitement. So you could be connecting with someone that feels very exciting, but we don't know how it's going to last, how long it will last. So you may have it's weird energy because you have the potential for love, but there's some challenges that you have to overcome. And you may have to get out of your comfort zone to embrace love, to get the benefit of the love that's there for you. You may have to break some long-held pattern. Maybe you have this family pattern where you've closed off to love because of family, ancient family patterns or history, and you're not open to love. So you need to break free of that to embrace people that are around you that want to love you. Like not everyone, not every love relationship is going to be a disaster. But if you close yourself off, you might have some wounds that need to be healed around love and family and home and family before you can embrace this new beginning. But I feel like it's there for you. Things are going to come to a head around the full moon. You're going to see the truth. And then you're going to know where you need to go, where you need to place your energy. But there, because this is an angular aspect, and you have this Uranus and all this stuff, all this chaos going on in the home, you're going to feel disrupted for a while. Like you may feel like, I don't know where I want to live, or I don't know where my home is going to wind up, because your current home may be disrupted in some way, where you can't live there, or you have to change where you live, or you have to do a lot of work on your house. Whatever it is, when it settles down, you're gonna feel like it's gonna free you. I feel like a lot of this freedom is coming through some family patterns, childhood patterns, and Uranus wants to free you so that you could find the right place to live, so you could find your soul tribe, so you could find people that feel like family. And that's what's coming this month. That's the wake-up call will be around issues around home and family. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If this resonated with you, click on the like button, leave a comment. If you'd like, click on the subscribe button. If you'd like a private reading, click on the link in my description box, and it'll take you to my website, and we can get you on the schedule, and I can do a reading that's specifically for you and you alone and your whatever issues you're dealing with. In the meantime, Aquarius, love is on. It could be on. You just have to be open to it. And you may have some healing to do around family and home before you can do that. So release the past, embrace the new, and have a wonderful August, and I'll talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.